Hello, everybody, and welcome to this last webinar in the Digital Solutions for Oil and Gas series that we have held over the last few months. Thanks for signing up, and I hope you're all well despite the circumstances. My name is Espen Knutsen, and I'm a portfolio manager in Segal, looking after our digitalization efforts. And the topic for today I've called the Subsurface Digital Journey. When the COVID lockdown started, we decided to set up a webinar series where we share some of the exciting stuff that we're working on in Segal with our clients. This is the last webinar in the current series. Recordings of the previous webinars can be viewed at the Segal YouTube account. Some practical information about the webinar. It will last 25-30 minutes. Recording will be sent out 24 hours after the webinar, and it will be available on the YouTube channel as well. We'll have a Q&A in the end. You can use the GoToWebinar chat, and I have some colleagues monitoring that during the talk. And hopefully we can respond to that at the end of the webinar. And if there are many, then we'll reply by email afterwards. A brief introduction to Segal. Segal is a technology company that delivers software, IT, and digital services to over 130 energy companies globally. Learning from our clients and helping them navigate in their never-ending digital journey is on the top of the agenda for us. Segal is helping clients to become more efficient and make better decisions through use of domain know-how and smart use of technology. We want to enable our customers to continuously become more digital. Since the start 20 years ago, we have evolved into a specialist in cloud and software for oil and gas. We've grown both organically and inorganically, with the shift towards oil and gas happening with the acquisition of Blueback Reservoir that brought domain experience into the company. Now we serve over 13,500 end users across the globe. We have a global footprint. The latest addition to our offices is in Kuala Lumpur, and we have presence in most of the big oil hubs around the globe. In addition, we have operational data centers in Stavanger, Amsterdam, Aberdeen, St. Petersburg, and Moscow. And the GeoCloud Center of Excellence is here in Stavanger, which is also the HQ. Our portfolio of products and services are broken into 3 business lines: GeoCloud, consultancy, and software. These business lines are supporting all the phases in the value chain. And GeoCloud is the biggest product that we deliver to the market. One recent change is that with our acquisition of Avito Consulting, we can now, in addition to IT and G&G consulting, offer business consulting to our clients. We believe that this really strengthens our overall offering and will make it easier for us to advise you on the digital change. Segal maneuvers clients steadily through what we call the digital journey. Our focus is helping clients succeed with their business goals. Clients can be at many different maturity levels in their journey, so there are several different methods and technology that we can apply to help them succeed. Our flagship product, Segal GeoCloud, a centralized E&P IT solution, helps the clients focus on their business objectives, with Segal looking after the digital offering. Further digitalization of the oil and gas companies requires a focused approach based on the digital maturity. This presentation showcases some of the challenges we see with our clients and gives a few examples on how to make digital maturity gains using a mix of developed features and off-the-shelf products from partners. In today's presentation, we'll be highlighting some internal examples and also some examples from Net Energy's digital subsurface program. Oil and gas companies are increasingly adopting and leveraging digital technologies to improve and optimize business processes across the value chain, for instance, from exploration to the production phase. The Accenture Upstream Oil and Gas Digital Trends Survey from 2019 identified cloud technology as the second biggest focus for digital investment, cited by more than half of the companies. The report further suggests that companies are still investing heavily in cloud technologies because they are a foundation for the digital transformational journeys and for greater operational security. Segal's digitalization mission is to transform business processes aligned with our clients' current digital adoption phase and ongoing business lifecycle activities. Our foundation is a cloud-based and vendor-agnostic workspace that make applications and data available anywhere and on any platform. Our consultancy provides value-adding strategic, tactical, and operational advisory services driven by A&P domain insights. And finally, our innovative software products and services enable value-driven data sharing, process automation, and cognitive computing. We help building tomorrow's data-driven and digitally enabled E&P companies. Digitalization success can be achieved by having an never-ending focus on the value your project brings to the business and focusing why you are doing what you do. Deliver quick value via incremental agile change, and if possible, digitalize in a very pragmatic way. And I think the last point here is very important, because there are a lot of simple means where you can do quite a lot of things without embarking on a very, very big digitalization project. The figure you see on screen describes some typical phases an E&P company go through in their digital transformation journey. In the first phase, you have distributed data, you have many locations, data is in many different places, collaboration is poor, and the security can be very challenging. When moving to a centralized solution, such as what GeoCloud can offer, the data is then centralized and the UX is uniform across the user base. This enables you to clean up and rationalize your application portfolio. It increases security and improves collaboration. It really enables cross-site distributed teams to thrive. Phase 3 is all about sharing the data and creating new workflows based on the data which is liberated. You want to optimize then your application and data setup in phase 1, and then move over to phase 2, where you have the possibility to explore new workflows and get new insights. Removing the data from the application control data silos is important to achieve a democratized access to data. Investing in open data platforms and new applications is now possible. So where do you start, and how can you avoid getting stuck in analysis paralysis mode? Assessing how digitally mature your company is can be a very complex task. As we have pointed out, the transition is a journey, and establishing a plan for how to improve your situation can be quite demanding. But it is possible to get an overview by asking a few important questions, such as, where is your data today? How does your business consume data? Any possibility in cross-site collaboration on your data? Is your data locked in? Do you have overlapping workflows? So show me the list of applications and take a look at it. More on the operational side, do you have security concerns with your data? Different standards used across the company? And a very important bullet, how do you plan for innovation? How do you do innovation? How do you facilitate for it? Traditionally, IT is built for control and stability, and how can we do that in a better way for the teams that work with digital change? So on the more planning side, do you have a change program for these type of things? And how do you prioritize your digital projects in that program? And most importantly in this respect then is to how do you measure success of these things? So by just asking a few simple questions, you can start maturing yourself and start embarking on where you can set your strategy and slowly then build a digital roadmap. And in Segal, we really recommend kind of an agile prioritization and execution of the digital program. To be able to help clients with their digitalization projects, we've started a new group in Segal. It's called the Digitalization Portfolio. It helps clients make faster and better decisions through business-focused prioritization and smart use of technology. And we deliver value to our clients via advisory. We can set up agile sprint teams to demonstrate and solve a problem, and then maybe create a minimum viable product, or an MVP for short. And we can look at entire workflows and optimize it via using our toolkit. A cross-functional team is typically then set together with the developers, data scientists, project management, and IT people to be able to deliver very quick value to the end users. We believe that all digitalization projects need to be business value driven. This slide outlines a possible digitalization approach that we often apply in whole or in parts. First, we quickly evaluate the idea or project using an enhanced business model canvas. This allows us to ask important questions about the idea quickly. Then we compare it with the other ideas we have in the innovation portfolio. Note the funnel. By using the same methodology across your digital projects, you have a higher chance of selecting the right project for your organization. Once an idea is selected, we run it as an agile project in the GeoCloud innovation space. In the innovation space, we focus on rapid development of MVPs, short iterations, a fail-fast methodology, strong involvement of the stakeholders, pivot if it's not quite right, and this really means that we can then get business value quicker to the end user. When assessing a problem, never start with what tools to use, although it's very tempting at times. It is important to start with why you want to solve the problem and in what way the problem should be solved. What technology to use is more on the how you solve the problem. However, having a rich toolkit at our fingertips surely helps once the problem that is to be defined, to solve is defined. And in our group, we have a wide variety of tools that can help you solve your business need. It can be anything from structuring of data, using a software robot to automate all applications to do a job, to larger software development projects, or data science engagement with the end user in making MVPs, using AI and ML libraries to help that process, or to maybe venture into letting the users use low-code or no-code platforms, such as maybe Microsoft Power App platform. Or we can mix all of the above in one offering. As I mentioned previously, ensuring this innovation success has been very challenging at times. So how can we help our clients speed up their innovation without compromising on security and governance? As mentioned earlier, traditionally in IT, in larger corporations, is built for control and stability. So how can we ensure that innovation teams can work with the speed that is expected from them? Sorry. The GeoCloud innovation space is a place where the innovation projects can test out new solutions, create new products, and construct the direct deployment pipelines to the operational IT environment. It's also an excellent place where you can test out integrations to platforms, experiment with microservices and new ways of working, such as data science for your subsurface teams, and changing the way that data management work with data. This solution can give the organization a better vehicle to conduct innovation projects and can be deployed next to our GeoCloud product. Segal is working on many levels together with our clients, and in today's webinar, we'll be focusing on a few examples now at the end on how we work and how we help clients solving problems. So this is an example of a typical workflow that we have when solving a problem in the digitalization portfolio. By using some of the toolkits earlier mentioned, we can help the business do digitalization in many different ways. In this example, first we look in depth at the problem at hand and engage with the business user. We set a scope and we build a backlog. Then we could design a solution using some of the tools at hand and then deploying it. And the last part here is very, very crucial because you need to get the delivery out to the end user as soon as possible. So some users are more advanced than others, so they can consume, if you see in the middle of the picture here, they can consume the output of the data science Jupyter notebooks, for instance, and give that directly to the end users. But in some cases, we also need other ways of distribute or deploying this to end users. And the next example is showing an alternative approach than just a Jupyter notebook. This is an example that we made last year, since some of our internal users wanted to look at a new fault attribute algorithm that was published last year. And that created quite a lot of interest in the industry, and many people were eager to look at this. So we decided then to look into the code and see whether it was possible to create a workflow that we could distribute to the end users in an easy way. First, we did some prototyping in our Blueback Python tool. And then we started creating the longer workflow where we extracted data from Petrel and made a workflow in a Jupyter notebook. But as I mentioned, a Jupyter notebook might not be everyone's cup of tea. So then we decided to explore other methods of deploying to the users. And in this case, we are then compiling a Python script in real time that looks like an application. And when you press the calculate button, when you have Petrel open, it can then run the program, and you can then get a very simple user interface. And the business benefit of this is that you can bring innovations to the end users in a matter of weeks, months, rather than before it could take many years, where the resource organization did some research, then it has to be made into a product, then you as a user had to wait for IT to deliver this to you. Now we can deliver this very quickly to the end user, and then demonstrating real business value in a very short time. Neptune Energy is one of Segal's really good clients, and they have the ambition to become the world's leading international E&P company with a strong focus on natural gas, and they want to play a key role in the energy transition. And as part of Neptune's growth and accelerated value creation plans, bringing projects faster into production has been very key for them. Segal is a trusted partner providing GeoCloud for Neptune's subsurface staff. Most recently, a proof of concept with GeoCloud on Microsoft Azure, including Blueware technology, was delivered. And I'll talk more about this later in the presentation. Segal is also contributing with data scientists and software developers to the digital subsurface innovation team. As you can see on the figure on the right, the program is structured into three main areas: next generation workflows, data platform, and infrastructure for the future. And some key challenges that the program will address is that Neptune's infrastructure is aging. Upgrades and new functionality is sorely needed to be able to work more efficiently. Access to relevant data needs to be improved. Today, the data is scattered, static, and has many different formats. Large amounts of underutilized data is available, and so traditional application control methods must be replaced by data-driven methods. Shape and functionality of the future data platform is still uncertain, and this journey really needs to be understood and de-risked, so to kind of safeguard the further journey. And in addition, when the data is available from this new data platform, new applications and new workflows can be designed, and this needs to be investigated and put into motion. There are some important business benefits that this program will deliver. GeoCloud will be rolled out for all locations. That will centralize data. It will centralize maintenance of systems and improve the collaboration. Adopting an agile and fail-fast principle in project will speed up technology delivery to the business. Testing and benchmarking available products and optimizing with new solutions is a pragmatic approach to digitalization. And the program wants to be early movers on the geophysical workflows on top of OSDU, and it will hopefully then help Neptune innovate faster in the geophysical space. In the next slide, we'll talk about one project that has de-risked the cloud journey for Neptune. Neptune Energy, Microsoft, Segal, and Blueware joined forces last year in setting up a joint POC where we looked at how it could be possible to construct a cloud-native SEISMIC platform where data is stored in one location and served to current applications and new applications. By using Blueware's OSDU-compliant the SEISMIC format, VDS, together with their FAST system configured in Segal's GeoCloud on Azure. In this OS journey de-risking exercise, we were able to demonstrate that data stored in GeoCloud in one location can be utilized with great performance for Petrel and Geoteric. The additional advantage of the Blueware solution is that you can compress the data, both streaming in real time and permanently, thus making the move to public cloud more feasible, saving on bandwidth and storage, but while maintaining data quality. Segal contributed with the technology, domain insight, and project management to be able to realize this project, and will continue to work with Neptune in the further digitalization work of the subsurface. The last slide demonstrated how we help facilitate for digitalization and moving to the new platforms. But as part of the program, we're also helping the business solve their problems. In the program, we have developed a brand new workflow that we call Evergreen Maps. The key challenges that faced the business was to be able to find the best interpretation for key stratigraphic formations from thousands of Petrel projects, and how to keep regional maps up to date with the best available interpretation whenever new seismic is available. The solution we landed on for this problem was to build a solution on top of the Blueback project tracker, where we could extract relevant metadata for interpretation, surveys, and seismic, and group the data by stratigraphy and survey. A Python-based tool was created using machine learning to classify horizon interpretations into good and bad interpretation. Further tools were also made to automate the merging of the maps and publishing them to Petrel Studio. Business benefits of this is really that legacy data can now be more easily cleaned up. And based on the new tools and the metadata available, data managers can put in place new workflows for new data to ensure that the best data is efficiently tagged and stored, and regional maps are always up to date. So now we are at the end of the webinar. I hope it has been interesting and that you have gotten some inspiration on how we can optimize your subsurface digital journey. So if you have any question, you can raise your hand in the chat and ask them now. And I'm not sure if there is any questions. So please then contact us on webinar@segal.com if you have more questions, or visit us in the social media, where we have a lot of other information, and all the other webinars are stored, and you can take a look, or contact me on LinkedIn to spark a different discussion. So have a great afternoon and a great summer. Bye-bye.